Welcome to True Cheating Confessions, where lies are exposed and the truth can't stay hidden. Her voice cracked through the silence at 2:14 a.m. Please, I need you. I stared at the phone, its glow cutting into the darkness of my room. Her name pulsed on the screen, fragile, trembling. A month ago, I would have answered before the first ring. Now, I just watched it vibrate, my jaw locked, chest hollow. She ignored me when it mattered. When I needed her voice, her presence, her truth, she vanished. And now, desperate and cornered, she reached out as if nothing had fractured between us. The call ended. Seconds later, another buzz, a message. Please, just pick up. I don't know what to do. I didn't reply, but I didn't delete it either. I let it sit there, glowing like an ember in the ashes of what we were. My mind replayed her absence like a wound that refused to clot. The silence when I needed her, the carefully worded excuses, the sudden brittle smiles that felt rehearsed. I knew something had broken long before she dialed tonight. I just hadn't admitted it until now. It started with a look. The kind of look that doesn't belong in a relationship. Eyes darting when mine caught hers. A smile that arrived too late, too forced. I told myself it was stress, exhaustion. I wanted to believe her. But then came the missed calls. The texts she never explained. The nights she said she was busy, though her perfume clung to her clothes like someone else's hands had held her too close. I never confronted her. Not then. I studied her instead, memorizing the patterns of her absence. The way she avoided eye contact when she said, "I love you." The hollow ring of those words, like an echo in an empty church. One night I asked her if everything was fine. She smiled too quickly, kissed me with lips that felt foreign, and whispered, "Of course." That was the moment I knew. Not with evidence, not with proof, but with the quiet certainty that she had already chosen someone else long before she asked me to believe in her. Still, I stayed silent. Silence was sharper than accusation. It gave me space to breathe, to plan. I began collecting pieces. Not rage-fueled, not frantic, just quiet, patient observation. Her phone lit up at 1 a.m. with numbers she claimed were co-workers. I noted the area codes, the timestamps. She left receipts in her purse, careless slips of paper that told stories she never shared. Wine for two, hotels I'd never seen. And then the photo. Not one she gave me, one she forgot to hide. A reflection caught in the glass behind her smile, his arm draped over her chair. Too close, too familiar. I said nothing. Instead, I booked a test. Quietly, efficiently. Not for disease, though that thought lingered too, but for truth. DNA. Because something deeper gnawed at me. The way she looked at the child she swore was mine. The way her expression cracked when I picked him up, held him, claimed him. The days waiting for that result stretched like a noose tightening. She laughed in the kitchen, humming songs, playing at normal. And I played along, calm, measured, not once betraying that inside me a storm gathered weight with every passing second. I already knew the answer, but I needed the paper, the evidence, the undeniable silence that no excuse could bury. The envelope came on a Thursday, thin, clinical, final. I opened it slowly, savoring the inevitability. Words stared back at me, sharp as knives. Not the father. I folded the paper once, slid it into my jacket pocket, waited until dinner, when she placed a plate in front of me and sat across the table, pretending we were whole. I didn't speak. I pulled the paper out, unfolded it with surgical calm, and slid it toward her. She read. The color drained from her face. Her fork clattered against the plate. I can explain," she whispered, voice trembling. I said nothing, just watched her. The silence did what my words never could. Her hands shook, her eyes filled. She tried to reach for me across the table. I leaned back, untouchable. Later, when she finally broke, when tears streaked down her face and she begged, I stood at the door, jacket in hand. "You ignored me when it mattered," I said quietly. My voice didn't shake. "You had your chance to stand by me. You chose silence. You chose him." Her sobs echoed through the room, desperate, raw. "And now you ask for help?" I shook my head. "Don't talk to me." Her knees buckled. She clung to the edge of the couch like it could anchor her. But I didn't move toward her. I didn't comfort her. I walked away. Each step was deliberate. Each click of the door lock behind me was a verdict. The night air was sharp, clean. For the first time in months, my chest didn't feel heavy. The storm inside me had passed, leaving only clarity, cold, precise. She would live with the weight of her choice, with the silence I gave her, with the absence of the man she thought would never leave. I had given her the truth, stripped of comfort, the kind of truth that scars. And I realized then, vindication doesn't roar. It whispers, quiet, final, absolute. I lit a cigarette, inhaled, and exhaled into the empty street. I didn't need her words anymore. I didn't need her at all.